Good morning, students. It is for class 12 video, and the lesson is from Vistas. This lesson is about should wizard hit mommy. It is the first video in which I would like to tell you about the characters, the theme, and the summary, as well as the characters that are most important in order to understand the lesson so that you can comprehend the theme and the purpose of the writer John Updike. So you must try to acknowledge the facts and try to remember the characters and the places that are mentioned in the lesson. Here, first of all, I would like to tell you about the characters Joan. Actually, she is a 4-year-old girl. Also, she is called as Jo in the whole lesson, but at last, at only one place, she is called Joan. Jack. Who is Jack? Jack is father of Joan. Means Jack has to be understood as the son as well as the husband and moreover a father. So here it is introduced as John's father because he narrates the story and he comes from the office every Sunday is a rest day, but the Saturday night is the most fatiguing day. Claire. She is wife of Jack and mother of Joe. A skunk here, one more character is there that is also very important to understand. That is mother skunk and son skunk. A creature with a bad smell, foul smell you can see, that lives in jungle, that you can see how it looks. Mother skunk is there. She is the mother of a baby skunk, and she always wishes that how the son can be well protected from other creatures and how she could like her baby. Owl. As you know, owl is a very wise creature that lives in jungle, flies at night, and it can see at night, but it is always given as the simile as wise as owl. Wizard. Who is called wizard? Magician. Here also he is characterized as one of the greatest man who knows some spell, magic spell, and who can do whatever he likes. Means that is the base of pronouncement that makes a wizard never die. So here wizard is also one of the most important characters. It is the nature and curiosity of a child and every man that who authored the lesson. And why not this curiosity should arise? Certainly, this curiosity cannot be resisted, so one must understand. John Updike is the author, is the writer of this lesson, who is an American novelist, poet, short story writer, art critic, and literary critic. Certainly, at this stage, when you are in class 12, you must know what do you mean by art critic and literary critic. Art critic means what? Whenever the work of an artist or painting or any kind of workmanship is displayed, come to exhibition, that is also criticized means its pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages, merits and demerits that are described by a critic. Means a person analyzes it to the point what are the things that make the story or that very painting or work very important and what are the lacks. In the same way, literary critic means those who wrote poems, great novels, and the stories that are also analyzed on the basis of its features, and so he did like that. So here we can say he was an art critic and a literary critic. Where was he born? Here you must know he was born on 18 March 1932, Reading, Pennsylvania Estates. Here one more writer you might have read. No, presently this is taught, and that is what Robert Peterson. That was also a writer who wrote about what you know, that is the making of a scientist. Here, when did he die? He died on 27 January 2009, Danvers, Massachusetts, United States. So it is the place. The story begins when Jack is telling stories to his 4-year-old daughter, Joe, to put her to sleep on Saturday evenings, because I told you it is the most fatiguing evening. Working for the whole day, a person feels tired and dead tired. All these stories are made up by him. This started 2 years ago. Every story is a variation of the same story, same tale, and it starts with the same Roger, an imaginary creature. So what does happen? He would go to the wise owl to solve his problems. The owl would direct him to the wizard, the magician, who would do magic. He would read some magic words, a spell, and solve his problems by demanding money in return. Means he does not do any act without demanding money. Roger would be short of money. He did not have money and would go to a well as the wizard directed him. Will get money. How? By working there. And he comes back to pay the money to the wizard again. What does happen then? He would be happy to solve his problems and would play with his friends happily. Means before that his friends disliked him due to his foul smell and did not allow him to play. His father would return on the train and the family would have a delicious dinner. That day, Joe wants it to be a Roger Skunk's story, where it smells very bad, and that is why no other animal wants to play with him. They will tease him, saying, "What a stinky skunk!" Who will tease? The creatures that live in the jungle with whom Roger Skunk wants to play. So here you can understand these are the creatures that live in jungle, and here it is the Roger Skunk. There are some other creatures, baby skunks you can see, moreover wise owl you can see. In this way, here are the characters, that is the wizard you can see with a very fascinating blue color, having yellow stripes and long beard and a cap. So these are the characters that you must know. So here, what does happen? Roger would cry. At this point, Joe starts feeling connected with the character, and she also starts crying. Joe insists on sending Roger's skunk to the owl. This reaction of Joe surprises father. He realizes the growing changes in the child. Father realizes. Finally, the owl directs Roger's skunk to the wizard and gets the smell of roses. What does happen then? Skunk is very happy, extremely happy. Runs into the wood. All the animals gather around, and a skunk and they all play games. When a skunk reaches home, his mother is annoyed. She does not like that smell. It is the rose smell. She takes him back to wizard and hits him on the head with the umbrella and orders him to restore a skunk's earlier smell, means a stinky smell. Joe doesn't like this. Why not? Bad smell is turned into good one. She is angry at the behavior of Roger's mother. She wants the wizard to hit Roger's mummy, but father disagrees and defends Skunk's mother, saying mothers are always right. Mothers are always right. But Joe is adamant and angry. No, Papa, no. Joe argues with her father. But father exerts his authority because he has got the authority as the storyteller and does not change it. Means the storyteller has some purpose to write a story and tell a story. So finally, Roger Skunk comes back home with his mommy. And gradually other animals also get used to his smell and start playing with him. Means the other creatures do realize that this is unchangeable and so they do not discard him. Joe agrees, no, disagrees that this can happen and refuses to sleep. Jack refuses and confronts Joe and threatens and orders her to sleep. He is in a dilemma because he knows that his pregnant wife, who is walking downstairs all alone, must be helped. He feels trapped. Who is this? His wife, Claire. He feels trapped and uneasy, caught in a difficult situation. The baby cries. She does want to know all about it, but she is not. Here, the baby has her own feelings. She doesn't want it to happen, but she has to satisfy. Mother tells it was a long story. So, children, in this way, you have understood it is the all about characters and the summary as well as this is the lesson. So here in the next video I will tell you something more. Thank you children. Thank you students.